So as discussed in the previous video, the benefits of integration of mapping with PIA. In this video, let's do a step-by-step integration of mapping PIAs with your, or integrating PIAs with your data mapping. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's integrate data mapping into privacy impact assessment. Information very, very clear. I'm trying to find out what personal information I have. Why do I have it? Where is it stored? How is it categorized? High risk, low risk, sensitive, non-sensitive, criticality of the information, and how does it flow across the information? Because compliance says if you are collecting personal information, if you are storing personal information, if you are using or processing personal information, if you are sharing it with third parties, or if you are deleting personal information, then you should comply with Privacy and Indian DPDP Act 2023. Even if you collected it before passing of the act, you should follow the compliance regulations, which mean consent, which means notice, purpose limitation, etc. PIA, of course, is the way how you assess your system and say, okay, my system is safe with respect to the respective regulations. So how would you integrate it? In mapping, what do you do? You do a comprehensive mapping. You do assessments of your storages, physical also. That needs to get digitized someday. So while Indian Act says they don't care about the physical documents, but anyone who collects physical documents does digitize it. They keep at least a scanned copy, which is now a part of the DPDP Act compliance requirement. So you identify data sources, you document the flows, and you classify your data. What is the data and how is it? How does it work? Right? Sensitive, non-sensitive, high risk, as I spoke about. And then you create a data map. Now this is my data and this is the map. How am I collecting? What am I collecting? How does it flow? And this is my objective of conducting assessment. And now I map both of them. I align my map on the high risk data flow areas and highlight my regulatory requirements. How do I know my requirements? Through the PIA objective. And then I map my personal data, the way it is getting handled, the way it is getting shared, and my objective of the PIA, and link both of them and integrate both of them and see how they work together. How do I avoid breaches? And it helps me identify privacy risk. Is that data that I mapped actually under security controls? CIA triad, confidentiality, integrity, availability, role-based access, encryption, anonymization. If it is extremely critical, highly sensitive, pseudonymization. Backups, availability copies. Did I take a consent? Is it there with me for a lawful basis? Is there any harm if it gets breached? Harm to the data subjects? What kind of harm? So I am identifying the risk by clubbing the two things. And then once I know the risk, I am implementing strategy. I'm focusing on the high risk area. And then I am highlighting again my regulatory requirement and mapping them and seeing how can I do mitigation and avoid the breach or any incident that happens to the personal information that I have already collected. Further on, document, maintain a PIA record, right? Privacy impact assessment record. Include maps. The maps visualization makes easier to understand the report. The more visual your content is, easier to understand the report, right? Easier to understand the presentation, right? Because it is not a matter of reading text and slides, right? If you do that effort, by default, it shows your own effort and your own effort to bring in transparency in your systems, right? You're clear on how you do it. And then you schedule regular reviews, you update your maps regularly, update your processes on your maps regularly, and make it easy to handle your privacy impact assessments. Once the mapping is done, it becomes easy to do the assessment and plug the gaps. If any is not a good word, because till the time I'm not sure about what data I have, I'm definitely sure about that there are going to be security and privacy risks and gaps over there. What are the integration best practices? Automate data mapping wherever it is possible. We talked about automating manual hybrid models. So you need to use tools where you can detect how the data is flowing. Reduce your manual effort and enhance your accuracy. cross-functional collaboration, you need to get your teams together. They have to work together to create comprehensive map, create a layered approach where you see the overall overview for your management and individual details for your team. Maybe two reports merged, overlapped over each other, and ensure that all your maps are valid, there are no discrepancies, and accuracy is well maintained. So that's about how you should integrate mapping with PIA. I hope you like the content of this video. I'll try and get in a case study and demonstrate how it should be done in the next few videos before we move on to the automation of or the future of data mapping. If you like the content of this video, press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.